All right, today on Heavy Metal Frequency, I'm talking about Warmen's new album, Here for None. This is kind of like a recreation of Children of Bodom in some ways. It's really surreal because Jan got Petri from Norther to be his vocalist. Alexei is no longer with us, and that hit me incredibly hard. I'm wearing a Bodom shirt. There's a Bodom flag that I use in a lot of my videos. This is... Children of Bodom covered a lot of genres musically, primarily based off of melodic death metal, but also elements of power metal, thrash, black metal, progressive metal, neoclassical metal, some Yngwie Malmsteen touches, among other things, especially on their first album, Something Wild. But this is kind of like... I'd say this is as close as we can get to Bodom without Alexei, of course. So this is an excellent album. It's a contender for Album of the Year. Well, there's another one that's contender for Album of the Year, so we'll see by the end of this year. So this is a fantastic, pretty much neoclassical melodeath album with some touches of other things like thrash. It's a little bit heavier than I would have expected this to be for a Warmen album, because Warmen's usually a kind of like a neoclassical metal, power metal hybrid with some touches of other stuff like melodic death metal. Jan would get Alexei to do some stuff. Jan and Alexei would collaborate on some stuff. They did a cover of Somebody's Watching Me and White Heels on Cobblestone and stuff like that. And so there's an Ultravox cover on here, Dancing with Tears in My Eyes, because a lot of these Finnish melodeath guys loved their 80s covers and stuff, and that's true of a lot of stuff, but they just find it funny and stuff. It's great. So I love this album. There's more to it than simply melodeath, neoclassical, and some other touches here and there, and I love it. I've been sometimes with reviewing, on one hand, you want to make the review as clear and concise as possible, and then on the other hand, you want to keep listening to the album because you like it so much, even unconsciously. You consciously want to post something else, but you just want to keep listening to it. And one of the greatest things I can say about a lot of bands or concerts and albums is when you're done listening to this or when you're done seeing someone live, you immediately want to see them again. It's a really neat feeling. And I love this. I love Warmen's output, and this is pretty much the closest thing that you can get to a recreation of Children of Bodom without Laiaho. And hopefully this iteration of Warmen continues into perpetuity. Another thing really quickly, there's the remnants of Bodom have created a Bodom bar in Finland, and I really want to go, and it's a bar and sauna. It's really cool, and that's something that I really want to do at some point. And so if you're ever in Finland, you go to the Bodom bar, and I love this album, and this may end up being my album of the year. Thank you.